The Trojan War is one of history's most famous legendary conflicts, immortalized in Homer's epic poem, the Iliad. Blending myth and history, this ancient tale tells the story of war, betrayal, and heroism, featuring the famous Trojan horse and the wrath of the Greek warrior Achilles. Though its exact historical truth remains uncertain, the story of the Trojan War has captivated humanity for centuries. According to legend, the war began with a beauty contest. The gods Zeus, Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite were drawn into a dispute over who was the most beautiful. The task of settling the argument fell to Paris, a Trojan prince. Each goddess offered Paris a reward, but it was Aphrodite who made the most tempting promise. She would grant him the love of the most beautiful woman in the world. Paris chose Aphrodite, and she helped him abduct Helen, the wife of King Menelaus of Sparta. Helen's abduction sparked outrage across Greece. Menelaus, joined by his brother Agamemnon, the king of Mycenae, assembled a vast army of Greek warriors to sail to Troy and retrieve Helen. Among their ranks were legendary figures such as Odysseus, Ajax, and Achilles, the greatest warrior of the age. Thus began a war that would last for 10 long years. The Iliad focuses on the final year of the war, particularly the wrath of Achilles. Early in the story, Achilles quarrels with Agamemnon over a captured woman named Briseis. Feeling dishonored, Achilles withdraws from battle, refusing to fight despite the Greeks' desperate need for his strength. Without Achilles, the Greeks suffer heavy losses, and many are driven to the brink of defeat. Achilles' absence from the battlefield turns the tide in favor of the Trojans. Hector, the greatest of the Trojan warriors and the Prince of Troy, leads a fierce assault on the Greeks. As the war intensifies, the gods themselves take sides, some supporting the Greeks, others aiding the Trojans. The conflict becomes not just a war of men, but a cosmic battle involving divine interference. Eventually, tragedy strikes Achilles' close friend Patroclus. Donning Achilles' armor to rally the Greeks, Patroclus is killed by Hector. Consumed by grief and rage, Achilles returns to battle with a single purpose: vengeance. His wrath is relentless, and he kills Hector in a brutal duel outside the gates of Troy. In a final act of fury, Achilles drags Hector's body behind his chariot, refusing to return it for burial. It is only through the intervention of the gods, and the pleading of Hector's father, King Priam, that Achilles is persuaded to show mercy. While the Iliad ends with Hector's funeral, the story of the Trojan War does not conclude there. One of the most famous episodes comes after the events of Homer's epic, the tale of the Trojan horse. According to later legends, the Greeks devised a cunning plan to breach Troy's impenetrable walls. They constructed a massive wooden horse and hid a group of soldiers inside. The Greeks then pretended to retreat, leaving the horse as an offering to the gods. The Trojans, believing they had won, brought the horse into the city as a trophy. That night, the hidden Greek soldiers emerged from the horse, opened the city gates, and allowed the rest of the Greek army to enter. Troy was sacked, and the city was burned to the ground. Helen was returned to Menelaus, and the long war came to a devastating end. For centuries, scholars have debated the historical reality of the Trojan War. While Homer's account is steeped in myth, archaeological discoveries at the ancient site of Troy suggest that a significant conflict may have occurred there around the 12th century BCE. However, whether this conflict was the inspiration for the Trojan War legend or merely a coincidence remains a mystery. The story of the Trojan War endures as a timeless tale of honor, betrayal, and the human cost of conflict. It also serves as a reminder of how myth and history are often intertwined, shaping the narratives that define cultures and civilizations. What do you think of the Trojan War? Do you believe there's a historical basis behind the legend? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy exploring history's greatest myths and epics, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.